What would be an advice that you could give people who may want to transition or who just want to go full remote? I'm thinking about people who are, in a corporate job, work in office hours, and maybe they would prefer a more flexible lifestyle. Would you, advise these people? How could they go into, a field that is completely flexible, digital nomad life? What should they take into consideration?
That's a good question. I think the first thing that I recommend is find companies who have distributed teams. I think, like, for example, if you are looking for a lot of companies that I notice is something that I try to kind of accomplish through Hey Globally as well. But if you're applying, if you want to be a digital nomad employed by US company or employed by European company, a lot of times they allow you to work remotely, but they kind of prefer you to work in their time zone. I think that's, if you are, I guess like the first question you can ask yourself is, am I willing to sacrifice that? That's the first question you can ask. Not all companies are like that, but a lot of times, because even though they're distributed teams, they still need to kind of adjust their time zone, etc. I've seen that a lot of companies are kind of have a preferred time zone, right? So I think that the first thing is like, is a target, right? We need to know the target companies, right? Like who are hiring distributed teams, who are willing to hire, a full remote employees. Yeah, I think that's the first thing that I would say. And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for my Asian listeners, if you want to work for a US company, you might be in the wrong continent. So
Yeah.
it's not the best time zone.
And also I
Late
want to
hours.
highlight, that in terms of like visa stuff, right? If you want to become a fully remote work, there are different arrangements depending on the company. Like, for example, if a company has, they will hire you as a contractor, like basically freelancer. So you're not like a permanent employee, but like, they hire you as a contractor, right? So is that something that I'm okay with? Is it something that I am willing to, right? Or sometimes, if they have a maybe like is a US company or a European company, but maybe they have like APAC headquarters somewhere in Asia, right? But maybe then like, oh, we want to hire you because we're super, we see your value, we see your expertise. But then you should be, we want to hire you as a full-time employee, but you're going to belong to our Asia branch, but like you're going to work with our European teams. Like it really depends on the company. And also there are a lot of digital nomad visas across the globe, so many. So what you can also do, like, for example, I know that a lot of people want to, be a digital nomad in Portugal or Spain, right? I mean, Spain recently launched their digital nomad visa as well, but Portugal as well, but a year ago, I think pretty recently. So another way is like, okay, you get a job first, and then so there are many logistics depending on your nationality, depending on your visa stuff. So I think of figuring out the logistics would definitely also ease employers' headache as well. So how are we going to hire you? Don't worry, I'll figure it out. So this is what's going to happen. So, right. So I think knowing logistics is also very important too.
Okay. Okay. So where do I navigate when I want to do it? Is there any website you can recommend or any resources that people can read up on?
I think I'm going to self-promote here. We're
Sure.
starting out, so it's gonna there are a lot there, starting like from July, we're gonna have a lot more resources. Basically, we're trying to like help, future, aspiring remote workers, digital nomads find these kind of companies with distributed teams, right? Through our platform. So it's for free. Like you just like go there and sign up for free, and then we have like more resources available. But also online, there are so many. I think in terms of like digital nomad visa, you can literally just type digital nomad visa as well. But like, also there are some kind of resources you can just type on Google, like, the best, I think it's about like, the remote first companies, right? The list of remote first companies that you can kind of like look through who are players out there. So yeah.